historically have been really good after the bye. Your backs are against the wall, and you got to come out fighting. That's when we're at our best. We'll find out if we're the same team this year.
I think we've always felt dangerous. We're proving to ourselves that we are who we say we are. We just got to keep building on it, keep going.
Tyler Boyd, touchdown! Intercepted, Mike Hilton. A diving pick by Cam Taylor-Britt. Play spindle by Chase.
The boys are back from the bye as a trip to the Bay looms in Week 8. Welcome in to Bengals Weekly. I'm Marissa Contepelli. The Bengals look to do some early trick-or-treating and continue their winning ways, having won 3 of the last 4 as they travel to San Francisco for the first time since 2015. But before we turn our attention to the unofficial second half of the season, we'll bring you as close to the action as it can get and go into the helmets of Logan Wilson and Jamar Chase as the pair was mic'd up against the Seahawks. Jim Nantz will be on the call for Bengals versus 49ers as the legendary sportscaster joins us to give us his preview. And on Countdown, I'll tell you how spooky Lou Anarumo's defense has been the last 2 seasons against stopping the run. But first, the Bengals sailed into the bye week with a big win over the Seahawks, as Cincinnati fought to get back to 500 before heading west to San Francisco. Let's relive the Week 6 win in this week's Soundbites.
The Bengals trying to build on last week's performance, hosting Seattle.
Fans from coast to coast.
You did it, huh? I know it. Big dogs today, baby. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In the jungle, beautiful Sunday. Y'all know what it is. Sit back and enjoy the show. Bengals win on the way.
Tonight we dine victorious. Stretch it out 3, 1, 2, 3,
Fun one here in Cincinnati.
Joe has got that vision. Be different maker today. Playmakers on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. It's going to come down to which team takes care of the ball and is more efficient in the red zone.
We're underway in Cincinnati.
Shotgun snap to Burrow. He wants to pass. His throw caught. Tyler Boyd lurches into the end zone.
Cincinnati is threatening once again.
He fires a strike, caught in the end zone by Andre Yosivash.
Why I put Yosi, T.I., Jamal, TB. Let him run free. Go.
Bengals will go with their dime defense. The ends are standing up and sacked.
Cincinnati gets in there. Cam Sample leading the charge. Second and goal, back it up to the 18. Smith floats it up. Intercepted, picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals get it back.
Let's go.
Seahawks looking for the lead. Knocked away. Pocket defended by Taylor-Britt.
A whole lot of money.
Smith in the pocket, hangs in there, throws it, picked off. Lunging interception, Taylor-Britt.
And the defensive players are headed to the end zone to celebrate.
Ain't nobody with you. They can't.
Geno Smith back to throw, looking, and he gets hit. The ball squirts forward, and the Bengals fall on it. That is coffin nails.
But at the end of the day, you guys found a way to pull it out. 3-3. Hats off to you guys, man.
We had not one, but 2 hot mics the last time we took the field. Up next, we check in with Jamar Chase and Logan Wilson, who are mic'd up against the Seahawks. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. We have a special treat for you as we had not one, but two players mic'd up in the win over Seattle. We now take you down to field level to listen in as Logan Wilson and Jamar Chase were on the mic.
Hey, keep going. Let's go.
Hey, our turn to get one. Let's go.
Woo! Woo!
Yep, you. Good shit, baby.
Hey, I love our fan base. They be rocking, boy.
Move, yep.
Smith, deep shot, knocked away at the last moment.
Hey, boy! I'm right down!
And flags down.
Yeah!
It was downfield with DK Metcalf.
Cam's in his head already, baby. I love it. Keep being smart with it, baby.
Ah! Hey, bro, hands to the face.
Second down and one. Burrow sends it to Jamar Chase. First down.
You know that screen coming. What you gonna do?
Burrow airs it out. Coming back for it, Jamar Chase. Good move by Chase. Bonus yards after the grab.
Oh my God! Let's go! Oh my God!
Burrow from the gun. Rifles. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd.
Hey! Let's go! Boy, got him one.
Let's go, baby. 3 and out. Let's get the ball back to the offense. We'll let them score again.
Woo!
Yeah! You got wax, baby.
Hey, keep going. Let's go.
First play of the second quarter here for the Bengals. Caught by Chase. He is 7'11", always open.
Oh, now you want to talk to me now? Now you want to talk to me now, huh? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, Mo. We're going right here.
Burrow sells it. Buying time. Burrow waiting. Throws. Touchdown.
Hey!
The Rook's first tutty.
Proud of you, boy. Get the ball.
I see you, Yosh.
Andre got him a tutty, boy. You love to see like that, bro. You love to see like that. Andre catching that tutty. Give me one. I want one. I want one.
Our turn. Hey, our turn to get one. Let's go.
Oh, Mike!
Intercepted. Picked off by Mike.
Woo!
Mike! About time you got one. Yeah. Let's get another turnover, man. Get the ball out.
Smith in the pocket, hangs in there, throws it. Picked off. Lunging interception, Taylor Britt.
Get paid, boy.
Hey, guard.
Get paid.
They don't score, they don't win, man. Let's go. One more. Let's go.
Smith hit as he throws. B.J. Hill, and it's over. The Bengals hit the bye feeling good.
Cordell Volson has always had a blue-collar mentality, as his roots stem deep in the culture of the small-town North Dakota community that raised him. His hard work and dedication paid off when the Bengals drafted him in 2022, proving that no dream is ever too big.
You got to take it slow coming into town, these railroad tracks. This road just goes straight through town. A lot of the farmers and people north of town will come through town to get to the main highway or to get in. When people ask me where I'm from, a lot of times I just say small town North Dakota. My hometown is just a blue collar farming community.
We're small town, hardworking people. I've been to cities, I've traveled, I've done things, and I love every part of it. But I like it here. I like seeing the sunrise. I like seeing the sunset. Just feels free and open.
Area we grew up in, it's just pretty much middle of nowhere. You have a sense of freedom out here you don't get in a bigger city.
As we come up here, we're getting close to the fields. Baseball diamond, football field. We call it the sports complex.
I like the fact that your kid can be at the park and you can be walking around in town and you know that your kid's safe. Everybody, for the most part, knows everybody. Lots of waving and hellos.
So there's Mark right there. Coming up here on our left, we own basically this whole block. But we own this lot here with this garage just to have, I guess. Who knows? Maybe put something there someday.
People are very good in the community. You know, they're willing to help out and work together. Just a good down-home community overall.
Been here my whole life. Everyone's like family, you know, everyone's helping each other in any way. Now you kind of get to the main drag of Main Street with the bank over here on our left, the City Hall over here on our right, the American Legion, the post office right here on your right, the grocery store here, Drake Fresh Foods, Fire Hall over here on our right. That's pretty much Drake in a nutshell. I'm just really proud to have been brought up in this community and to be a North Dakotan. It's always great just to be back here and kind of relax.
The boys knew they always had work to do, from the oldest to the youngest right now. And that's the dynamic. They had to learn to work and put that into them, and it shows now.
My dad, Ralph, he is probably my biggest inspiration. He started a company in 1995. I've just kind of seen it progress the whole way.
RV Enterprises, the family business, does a little bit of everything. We'll do underground, water, sewer, gravel aggregate, road building, and we do a lot for the railroad. If you call, and we'll be willing to give it a shot.
We work a lot. But that kind of brings our family together too, because it's a family-owned business.
I think when you think of the Volson family, you think of hard work. You know, it's not very often that we aren't working.
Well, it makes me proud that they want to, and tells me that they enjoyed it. You know, even growing up, they understood what it meant.
I just kind of find peace in doing it. It's kind of a escape from your typical day-to-day life of being a football player. I'm not afraid to grab a shovel and get my hands dirty.
You can view the full feature on Cordell Volson by visiting the Bengals YouTube channel. The Bengals head west for their toughest test yet. Coming up next, we sit down with CBS broadcaster Jim Nantz to preview Bengals versus 49ers. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. The Bengals bring in a 2-game win streak, while the 49ers have lost 2 in a row. But despite San Francisco's recent woes, the defending NFC West champs still proved to be a difficult test. CBS's A-Team will be in the booth, and we now have the pleasure of welcoming in Jim Nantz.
It is a Nantz and Romo game this Sunday, and it is a thrill for me to visit with one of my broadcasting heroes, the great Jim Nantz. Jim, the Bengals started 0-2. Now they're 3-3. Joe Burrow appears to be close to 100%. Are the Bengals back, or do you still have some questions?
They're back. They're back, and they're on the same path that they had last year. Bumpy start, figure it out, start winning games, a big threat at the end. That's what I expect anyway.
You and Tony have called many of their biggest games over the last couple of years. What do you enjoy about watching and broadcasting a Cincinnati Bengals game with this particular team?
They're exciting. Anything can happen on both sides of the ball. Their defense is starting to roll now. Joe is starting to look healthy. There's opportunity here for them. The season did not get away from them. They're right back in the mix, but this is a tough assignment, as you know.
Let's talk about the other quarterback, Brock Purdy. Have we seen enough at this point? It's about a full season if you include the playoffs last year. Have we seen enough to consider him to be in the upper echelon?
You know, you're talking about elite. You've got guys like number 9, Cincinnati. You can't compare what Brock has done because just hasn't enough time yet to what Joe has done. So you got to see more work. But the kid is good. The kid is better than good. And there's more than just the way he makes these decisions. There's something about the way he carries himself, way beyond his years. There's an ease and a comfort and a confidence, not an overconfidence.
Let's talk for a moment about Jamar Chase, who is among the NFL leaders in receptions. He's on a pace for 142. The Bengals team record is 112. When you watch that Burrow to Chase combination, what stands out?
It looks unstoppable. You know, the first memory I have of it, of course, you'll know it well, your audience will too, was that regular season game at Cincinnati against Kansas City when he lit up the Chiefs for 3 touchdowns and I believe it was 226 yards. But that was an amazing day in the jungle. And that's the biggest memory I have of Jamar Chase. I had a front row seat to one of the great performances I've ever seen by a wide receiver in my nearly 40 years.
Jim, this has been a treat. It is a tradition unlike any other, so I look forward to doing it again in the future. Appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Thank you, my friend. Look forward to the next time, too. All the very best.
This fall, the Bengals and Ohio Cat will be out at a different high school football game, cheering on our local teams throughout the season. Last month, Houday and the Bengals Stripe Squad were out at Dayton's Welcome Stadium as the Moeller Crusaders hosted the St. Xavier Bombers. Students and fans had the chance to win great prizes, including passes to attend a closed practice later this season. Rule your school and be on the lookout for Friday Night Stripes, because the Bengals and Ohio Cat could be coming to your game next. Did your high school win a big football game this past weekend? Then you can nominate your coach now for the Bengals Coach of the Week Award presented by Paycor by visiting Bengals.com/Coach of the Week. When we return, it's time for Contepelli's Countdown, where I'll tell you what streak Jamar Chase looks to continue on Sunday. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by Betfred, the official sports betting partner of the Cincinnati Bengals, and your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Just when you thought Cincinnati's defense couldn't get any scarier, insert Lou Anarumo and his mastermind of a defensive scheme against Seattle. The Bengals gave up a season-low 13 points to the Seahawks as the red zone defense was spooky good, allowing just a 20% efficiency rate. And as for the Bengals fronts, well, they once again held strong against the run. Cincinnati held Seattle to just 87 rushing yards. And since the start of last season, the Bengals are 10-2 when holding opponents to under 100 yards rushing, including 2 of their 3 wins this season. San Francisco enters this week after recording a season-low 65 rushing yards in Week 7. Well, the defensive front will look to once again have heavy production from the edges. Sam Hubbard has recorded a sack in 3 of the last 4 games, and his 3 to start the year is tied for the most through the first 6 games of a season in his career. Trey Hendrickson takes aim at his 5th in a row with at least a half sack and his 3rd game in a row with a full sack. Hendrickson logged a season-high 3 tackles for loss and a sack against Seattle. Jamar Chase, meanwhile, has been on a hot streak of his own. Chase has logged 4 straight games with at least 6 catches and 70 receiving yards. Uno holds the NFL's longest active streak with 5 or more catches in 14 straight games. Now Joe Burrow, well, he has also been heating up. QB1 has compiled better than a 74 completion percentage in the last 2 games, and in that span is averaging more than 70 passing yards more than the first 4 weeks of the season. In his only career game against the 49ers, Burrow threw for 348 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as we gear up for this heavyweight battle of defenses on Sunday, Cincinnati and San Francisco enter as 2 of 3 teams this season with 3 or more players who have recorded multiple interceptions. Contepelli's Countdown is presented by Betfred. And don't forget to visit kingofcincy.com for your chance to win an exclusive game day experience, prizes, and so much more. The Bengals and Betfred remind you to gamble responsibly. It's now time for this week's Kettering Health Fantasy Report. Tyler Boyd posted his best fantasy performance of the season in Week 6, recording his first touchdown of the year on his way to a 16-point fantasy day in the win. The Bengals defense put up another stout performance against the Seahawks, hitting at least 10 fantasy points for the third time in the last 4 games, as the defense recorded 2 interceptions, 4 sacks, and held Seattle to a season-low 13 points. And for San Francisco, Christian McCaffrey posted over 22 fantasy points in Week 7 after finding the end zone twice in the 49ers' loss. The running back has found the end zone in every game this season, but hasn't recorded more than 100 rushing yards since Week. Thanks for tuning in to Bengals Weekly. Kickoff between the Bengals and the 49ers is coming up. For Dan Hort and our entire crew, I'm Marissa Contapelli. Have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you next week. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.